What's up, internet? Yep, we're on the Busa. Got a little tank bag. Today's really the first time. I mean, look, I got 140. Ow! Hit the windshield with my visor. God dang! I was just trying to zoom in for you guys. Got 141 miles on this brand new 2022 Busa, and pretty much all of that has been around Colorado Springs, around my neighborhood. I mean, yeah, around my city, and running errands and just getting her a little bit broken in, going through the gears. A lot of city riding. Today's the first day we're getting out of the city, and we're gonna head up into the mountains a little bit. Not too long of a ride, probably 4 to 5 hours round trip, so pretty excited. But today's really the first time I'm gonna get a taste of, and yes, cruise control is freaking awesome. We're only going like almost 45, and here comes some po-po. Let's pull over here and just take a quick look at this badass motherfucker. All right. So as soon as Suzuki released Gen 3, like official public release of Gen 3 Busa, the Hayabusa, the Gen 3 Busa, as soon as that shit hit the internet, you know, YouTube videos, motorcycle websites, all those reactions, as soon as that stuff happened, it wasn't too long after that initial hit, I made this video. It's gonna be in the right hand corner of your screen, and that was my own personal reaction to Suzuki officially announcing the Gen 3 specs, you know, what you could find at that early stage in its public internet life. And one of the things I really thought this bike was going to be great for, and what I plan to use it for primarily in 2022, is touring, sport bike road trips, baby. And today it's kind of the first little taste of that for me. Not quite like a full day's worth of riding, but enough to experience what life will be like with this thing on the road. And so far, god dang it, I'm living it. Now, you see me using the clutch a lot, and yes, this does have an up and down quick shifter. And there will be times when I intentionally will use the quick shifter, and then there's times where I'm gonna ride it, mostly because I'm still not used to even having a quick shifter, but I'm gonna ride it like I normally ride without a quick shifter most of the time. But there are times when, you know, maybe my left hand's occupied and I'm just gonna go bloop. Damn, that is nice. And I've got it on the aggressive. There's 2 modes for quick shifter, 1 and 2, and I can't remember which one's aggressive, which one's supposed to be a little bit softer. And they say in the owner's manual, softer for city riding. Yeah, earlier I said I got 140 miles. I was looking at the wrong damn thing. The odometer is actually above that, and I got 194 miles. I think 600 miles is the break-in oil service chain. So we'll be pretty close to that after today. So looking forward to that. Kinda, sorta, not really, maybe, I don't know. Tell you what, man, I'm using the shit out of this cruise control. Always makes me nervous to follow a dump truck. Alright, we'll get him right here. And just like that, we're over 100. I mean, that took no time at all. And you want to know why I got a Busa? Really? Come on, man. Back to cruise control. Well, I think we've been on the bike for about 45 minutes to an hour. Still loving it. Not trying to look for a place to stop and get off or anything like that. Still pretty comfy. Love the cruise control. You know, I'm telling you, you guys are out there, it's like, I don't need no damn cruise control on a sport bike. Yeah. And now I use that shit all the time, man. One thing I learned on a really long tour, sport bike tour, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm gonna call it a bunch of different things throughout the course of this video. But one thing I learned was, even if your wrist isn't tired or you're not tired, take advantage of any of those moments, because you never know when, oops, there's a construction zone you didn't know about. Oops, there's, you know, something happens, and now you're not in a position where you can lock in cruise control and take a bit of a rest, and you know, whatever's happening in front of you needs all of your attention, and now you're starting to get tired. And you know, if you just like take advantage of all those little straightaways and just good places to like kick the cruise control off and take your hands off the bars and just kind of sit up a little bit and just chill, that way when that unexpected thing happens, maybe hopefully you're kind of fresh and you're not, you know, you're not tired and wore out, and your concentration is spot on, and etc, etc, etc. Anyway, just a tip. Can I get a green arrow? I'm really kind of done sitting here. All right, so we're about to jump on the interstate and head towards those mountains over there that the GoPro is doing a horrible job at capturing, but we're gonna head that way. You know, it must be like around 4,000 RPMs, because that's what we're at right now, 75. But somewhere around that 4,000 RPMs, it just hits that sweet like cruising spot, if you will. All right, there's 80. Set that. Oh my gosh, we're at like 43, 4,400. I'm gonna drop it down. Whoops, no, that's the wrong way. Drop it down a mile per hour. Oh, it's only 65 here. Well, that's a bit high, so I'm not gonna stay locked in here for very long. I just want to feel it. It's just like the vibration that you feel in your foot pegs, the handlebars, at whatever that is, 42, 4,300 RPMs, 80 miles per hour, 6 gear, stock gearing. I mean, it just feels effortless. Effortless, I guess, is the best way I could describe it. I mean, it is a Busa. You know, it's a 200 mile per hour motorcycle, unrestricted and all that crap. But, you know, to be able to just kind of cruise so smooth and effortless at 80 miles per hour is a nice feature to have, because I'll tell you what, when I'm on my ZX10, even with the throttle lock locked in at 80 miles per hour, now it's got a little bit lower gearing, it's got a much louder exhaust, so that adds to the vibration, but the bike does not feel like it's chilling. You know what I'm saying? It feels like right before a big explosion. That's what it feels like. It just wants to go. Like 80 miles per hour, it's like, you know, my ZX10 is like, would you stop teasing me? You know, that's literally what it's saying to me. It's like, stop teasing me, man. Slow down to 75 or 70. Stop teasing me, because once you get up to 80, it's just like, it just wants to freaking go, man. It's like, okay, no, that's it, really? The throttle lock, no. Boost is like, dude, I could do 80 all day long, man. It's just like it's yawning at me. Let me know if you want more. I don't know, man. It just feels, now once I get, you know, an aftermarket exhaust on it, I'll probably won't lower the gearing. I'll probably leave the gearing where it's at. But the exhaust is definitely going to add, you know, it's going to add aesthetics. It's going to add a little bit of performance. It's going to add some vibration, and it's going to add some noise. Most all of those things are very good things. How much vibration it adds, I don't know. We'll see. It probably is going to vary depending on what exhaust system I end up getting. But I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. All right, let's back this down so I don't get a speeding ticket. construction. Got a construction flag ahead. Oh yeah, so I don't know, an hour and a half in now, and I'm still not really like anxious to go take a break and get off the bike or anything. And this is kind of like a little break when you run into shit like this. It's like a little break right here. It's a good time to, well, he just turned the flag around. Did he or did he not? It's hard to tell with the sun in my eyes. But it's like moments like these, I'm not going to turn the bike off because I don't think this one will be very long. But moments like these, you can step off the motorcycle, stretch your legs out a little bit, take a look at Busa loveliness. It looks good. Looks good. Oh yeah, man. One of the things that you know, you might be asking, like, what are my plans for the bike, right? One of the first things we're gonna do, not the first thing, but we gotta get rid of these Euro 5 cans, man. They are disgusting. Disgusting. Thank you, Euro 5, for ruining a beautiful motorcycle. But don't fret, it won't be long, and we will be we will be getting a 4-into-1 exhaust system. I'm not a huge fan of the dual exhaust, and I'm not a huge fan of the incredibly massive size of these cans and the guards and the whole thing, man. The whole thing, the converters, catalytic converters, and that stupid little flap in the, what do they call it? I don't know. It's a sound chamber down at the bottom, but usually there's a flap in there that's controlled electronically with cables and a servo that sits underneath the seat. I had one on my ZX-10. Couldn't wait to get rid of that thing. It's absolutely humongous. Anyway, that'll probably take 50 plus pounds off the motorcycle right there. Let's take a look at it from the front. This thing looks awesome. Looks awesome. All right, I can't leave my back to the road sign, dude, because that's when he'll flip it from stop to proceed slowly. The other thing I'm gonna have to do is get a different tail bag set up, because god damn, the Busa's ass is so wide. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it's big, and that's kind of cool, but my tail bag on the ZX-10 is just not going to fit on this because it's got pieces that drop back down. They just, you know, they fit over the rear seat and drop down the sides, but the rear seat on the ZX-10 is like that, right? So it's just not going to fit over the largeness of the Busa's ass. It's just not going to work, man. Unfortunately, we had to cut our mountain loop off a little bit. I probably didn't even get half as far as the loop that I wanted to do, and that's mostly due to the construction and the time constraints I have this time of year. The sun's dropping fast, and not really prepared to ride at night in the freezing cold. So we called it. We turned around about a quarter of the way through the mountain part of the ride today. And yeah, it's a bummer, but we still have another 45 minutes to maybe even an hour before we get back home. So we're still got some decent amount of time on the bike. Still got a good idea of what it's going to be like to just do, you know, a couple of hours on the motorcycle, which is, you know, usually I take breaks when I'm on a road trip on the ZX-10. I'm usually like an hour and a half ish, somewhere around there, you know, maybe 2 hours, maybe just a hair over 2 hours. It's like, it's time to pull over, stretch your legs, take a break. You know, the big thing is it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So we've gotten, or by the time we get back home, we'll have gotten more than probably what I do in, you know, one leg of a ride. I'm not really sure how to describe it, if I'm even making any sense at all, but you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours, we'll have more than that on the bike for the most part. We did stop where we turned around, took some pictures, and then we had that break with the construction, that undesirable, unwanted break. But you know, for the most part, we got a good idea of what it's like to get that hour and a half, 2 hour section of riding in. I don't even know how to say it. I'll probably have to like redo this whole piece of the vlog. The sun hasn't quite set yet, but it's getting close. It's getting low, and I thought, you know, I'd take this opportunity on our way back home, that is, to answer a few questions I've received here and there since the procurement of the 2022 Busa. Question number 1: did you sell the ZX-10? Let me answer that question with another question. Have you lost your mind? No, I'm not selling the ZX-10. I love that bike. It's awesome. What is this van doing here? Keep my eyes on them. You'll see me talking a lot with my right hand because I have cruise control. No, I did not sell the ZX-10. I have no plans to sell the ZX-10. I love the ZX-10, and probably the only exception to any of that is to get a newer ZX-10. I definitely liked that 2021 ZX-10 and the changes they made on the bike. Oh, and by the way, that one has cruise control too. So no, I'm for now keeping the ZX-10. It's a damn fine machine. I enjoy the hell out of riding that motorcycle. I think earlier in the vid I already kind of answered the question of, you know, why the Busa and what are my plans for the Busa, and you know, like I did in that talking head video, or like I said in that talking head video I did back when it was public released information on the internets about the Gen 3 Busa. I think I'm gonna quote myself: the ultimate sport touring machine. I think I even put that text on the thumbnail of the video, but that's the plan. Sport touring on this bike, coming to a summer near you in 2022. As we continue to get closer to home and temperatures slowly dropping, and this horrible crosswind, dealing with all of those things, yeah, I thought, yeah, I'd give you my final thoughts. Whoa, hello. Little dirt devil, dust devil, whatever those things are called. Final thoughts, yeah. I think we have like 3 hours on the bike. I mean, we had a couple little short breaks. We had most recently a P break, construction zone break, and then I took an actual break where we turned around and cut off the mountain loop that we were planning on doing. But all in all, we've got 3 hours on this machine, probably another 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before we get home. So we're going to be close to about 3.5 hours on the bike. And all I got to say is I'm still like not dying to get off this machine in terms of like my knees and my hip and my back and my arms and all of that stuff. Like 3 hours on this bike is easy. It's easy. It's absolutely easy. 3 hours on my ZX-10, not as easy. I'll just say it like that. It's just not as easy. I could easily do 3 to 4 hours on this thing. I don't know that I would when I actually do a trip. I mean, today was just a small sampling of what's to come, and that small sampling has made me wish summer was already here. Let's just skip fall and winter this year, right? I mean, 2020 was shit. 2021 wasn't much better. Let's just fast forward like May-ish. Yeah, Memorial Day here in the United States. Let's just fast forward to that, then we can just get our first road trip on. But in all seriousness, man, do I think that I was right when I said this could potentially be the ultimate sport touring machine? Yeah, after today, this is my first time spending this amount of time on the bike. I think I might have been right. Where are you turning? I didn't even think there was a turn there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to wow, that quick shifter is addictive. I'm excited to get this thing on the road. I'm just sad I gotta wait, you know, 6 months. Well, 5. No, it's November. Yeah, 5 months, maybe 6. I don't know. Every passing year, my minimum temperature requirements get higher. I definitely like the heat in the summer. Not big on lots of layers and riding in cold weather. It's just not my thing. And you could argue I'm saying that I think it's the ultimate sport touring machine because I paid money for it. And maybe there's a shredded tooth to that, but I paid money for it because I think it's the ultimate sport touring machine, and that's what I'm doing these days. I'm sport touring. Yeah. What? No, in all seriousness, very, very impressed, pleased, and pleasantly surprised by the seat and how comfortable it is, and just how easy it is to just throw miles down on this bike. I'll just leave it at that, man. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Super appreciate it. And keep the rubber side down, guys. We'll see you in the next video, whatever the heck that's gonna be. All right. And there's the popo. Well, we've seen lots of popo today. State police, sheriffs.